Yes, yes.
Shall we start?
One second.
Okay. Shall we start?
Yeah, yes, we can start off.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the national webinar on Future of Cybersecurity in Digital Era, an Introduction to Artificial Intelligence on 25th May 2021, organized by Don Bosco College, Golaghat, Assam, in collaboration with Marina College, Kutikanam Autonomous. The objective of conducting this webinar is to create awareness about cybersecurity and its importance in day-to-day life, and to know about artificial intelligence and its application in different fields. I, Ms. Megakshi Goswami, HOD of the Department of Political Science, along with Ma'am Daisy Gogoi, HOD of the Department of Education, Don Bosco College, Golaghat, would like to take the privilege of moderating today's session. We have two sessions today. The first session is on the topic Future of Cybersecurity in Digital Era, to be taken by Sir Shrikant, web developer, Andhra Pradesh. The second session is on the topic Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, to be taken by Sir Dheeraj Shalin, AL developer at FSAL. Before going to start the session, we need to make some announcements to all esteemed participants. If you have any questions during the session, post in question and answer section, and your questions will be answered at the end of each session. At the end of each session, we will post the feedback link. Certificate will be provided to all of you. Now we are going to start the first session. So I request Sir Michael Khakha, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, to introduce and welcome our prominent speaker, Mr. Shrikant, and hand over the session to Sir.
Michael, you have to unmute. Michael, you have to unmute.
Thank you, ma'am, once again. I am very glad to introduce to you the speaker of the first session. That is none other than Mr. Shrikant. Mr. Srikanth did his schooling from Don Bosco School, Rajmandi, which is in Andhra Pradesh. And he did his BTech study in IT from JNT University, Kakinada, which is also in Andhra Pradesh. He has 7.5 years of experience in system admin and networking. Currently, he is working as a web developer and business developer in Chennai. So hereafter, I don't want to waste more time, and I like to call the speaker of the first session to take his time. So the session is all yours. Have a great time. Thank you.
Hey all, this is Srikanth, even myself from Bosco. Very glad to meet you all. Okay, coming to the topic, cyber security. We can hear about this, right? Why we need security? Because I think, now let me call this as a modern pollution. Go to the next slide, please. How this pollution was happening? Who created this pollution? Ourselves, the human minds created a lot of destruction to the nature and all the living. So we run after sick. And do we think are we safe with our data in this society? And what we are going to offer to the next generations? Now let us look into the topic. Can you take the next slide, please? Next. Yes. The root cause for this situation. What is the root cause for the situation? The modern pollution which is now taking place in the society. What is the main root cause? The root cause is like something more, which means see, people are very much greedy. They want to earn more. I want to live a luxurious life. So we have to do something, run for a ransom, or idleness. The laziness also created one of the main reason for this one. The laziness has created, they can't even do some hard work for their living. So they want, but somehow they want to increase the standard of living. So they look for some shortcuts. The next thing, busybodies, in knowing about exactly people do in Facebook, what they do, they're interested in knowing about the others. What are their activities, where they are going, where they are staying, what is their current status and all. And the fourth one is busy, just even there are people who just for fun, in the sense, people really just they want to get admired by the people, so they will do it for just for fun also. Can you go to the seventh slide, please? Seventh slide. Next. Excuse me. Next. Yeah. So because of these things, one person who is a great hacker, actually, he performed a surgery on his mobile. Because of this theft and all, data is not secure. So what he has done is removed his microphone and he removed his camera by using some special tools and all. And what he says is, this is the way phone works for you rather than you work for the phone. This is a great statement he has given. His name is Edward Snowden. He's a great hacker actually. So what we have to do is we have to regulate the collection of the data. How we can regulate that? Because our phones won't work for us sometimes. When you put off your phone, I mean you put off your screen off, then what is doing in the background? Who knows? It is producing multiple hundreds of records about our lives. It is connecting to hundreds of servers even in the background. Just in a second, it is connecting. It is posting our data. So how we can be very careful about these things, especially the coming up generation. What is our data in the phone? How personal data we are putting in the phone? How it is causing dangers to the our living lives. Go to the 10th slide, please. 10th slide. Yes. How we can resist this modern pollution means how we can be more secure, how we can control the cyber crimes. The first thing is that don't be greedy to use the public Wi-Fi. There are people, a number of people who uses public Wi-Fi in railway stations, bus stops, and even in public places. They use financial data and personal information. They will access these things in the public Wi-Fi, which is very, very dangerous because the external hackers are very much happy to access these things.
You are not audible.
While
Excuse
I
me,
was
sir.
working
You
in
are
the
not
last year,
audible.
one of the company, there was a very poor guy. Means he is working for some 20-25,000 per month, and suddenly he got a call and he shared the info. Then just beside me, within 3 minutes, 60,000, 60,000, 60,000. Three times 1,80,000 was debited from his account within no time actually. Then what he has to do now? He has to run to the bank and he has to complain all these things. If we are really cautious about our data and all, we can avoid these things. Okay. And then very important thing is choose your apps very wisely. This is very most important thing. You may put some app for entertainment and all, but what is the purpose? If you install the app, it will ask you for the first thing permission to access your contacts, access your media. Is that really right to access your storage? You have to think in that way. You have to ignore that apps are you. The best app which I know is Truecaller. What does Truecaller do with media? Have you questioned any time? What does Truecaller will do? Truecaller shows when an unknown number calls you, you will get an displayed. That's all. So if you install a Truecaller, that should have a functionality with your contact list. That's all. What does it do with your media and storage? This is an example. I just taken true, but there are hundreds of thousands of apps which performs illegal activities. Even an antivirus also will say, but no one knows this. But almost antivirus is meant is a file seed which collects or data. You can't anything with the virus all. Have, but you should be careful.
Excuse me,
Whenever
sir.
you put your
Excuse me, sir.
be very careful. So your apps and you see cost avoiding spam. Uh, hackers may throw you some beautiful woman pic. Click on this link. You just open this. This sort of mails are coming into your junk folder. If you okay, go to the next slide. Next slide, please. Slide, please. Can you take to the next slide? Okay. Next point is use a password. You password, even many of you are aware of the passwords, how it should be. It should be physical, numerical, and some exclamation. But you never use that password again. Have to change it in the mobile. You should put a timeout just after 5 minutes or around 2 minutes. Less than this time, you have to put it auto turn off.
Sir, sorry to interrupt.
The next thing
Sir,
is
sorry to
very
interrupt in
important
between.
thing. See, many people don't aware of this thing. Never use access your financial websites like suppose banking or something else. You should not access when it is like not secure. It will hit the web with a HTTP port. You should be always with a HTTPS, means the secure port. If it is showing you not secure, then you should not access at the time. Sometimes because of the machine issue, means when the time or something date or having a issue in your machine also will give the issue. You have to check very clearly. You never access your web for the financial transactions when it is showing you not secure, and always use a license. But that will not solve our problems. When you use the licensed antivirus, you can be protected with the data, and always ignore spam mails. Never try to open itself, because just you go and see your Gmail, the junk folder or the spam folder. What type of mails are there? Take me to the next slide. Next slide, please. Okay. Always shut down your machine when not in use. Few people even feels like we are very busy and we can't able to shut down. We have to give the data whenever the management asks. But that is not mandate actually, because whenever your machine is open, that means you are open to the threat actually. You have to shut down the machine properly. When you shut down the machine properly, it gets enough rest, and even the machine, the hardware can function properly. Either it is a phone or a laptop or whatever. Michael, it is before that, not this slide, before this. Yes, yes. And the main important thing is two-factor authentication. See, Gmail, for example, Gmail is providing you two-factor authentication. This is called, the first one is like a password, and the second one is a second layer which boosts the protection. That is OTP or something. When you receive when you type a password, again the server will ask you to enter OTP. Okay,
Sir,
this is
sorry to interrupt. Sir, can you hear me? Mr. Srikanth, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, of
Yeah,
course.
so actually the voice is not audible to the audience. So there is little problem if you can check in. I hope the network is
From my
okay.
side,
Yes, yes. Sometimes the voice is breaking, so the audience are finding difficult to hear. Could you please check the network in your place and then we'll see. Thank you, sir.
one second. Yeah, now is that audible, right?
Yeah, it is audible, but sometimes it breaks.
Okay, okay, okay. Now I'm monitoring the call. So okay, I'll read the point again. To authentication, very must we have to do for banking, financial data, and financial websites, and even for the mails also we have to be very careful about authentication. And the next thing is we have to clear our browsing history. The browsing history means searching caches. A cache memory should be removed always. Never put a file because this is the main file which give access to the hackers. So you have to be very cautious about the files also. And also don't download from the site whichever offers you for free. You have to choose very wisely about the sites you want to download some data, mostly from the trusted sites. Taking to and nowadays even the hackers are these people throwing you these things. Just click on this, click on this, you have won millions of dollars. I just want to ask you guys, who will give you $1 million in this generation? Who is going to offer you for free? So we should be very careful about these things. We have to rely on what we are earning and how we are getting. That's all. Never go for these things. Go to the next slide. If we click on these links, means the whatever the threats we are getting, like free, you have won $1 million, then what we are going to offer is that we are going to offer our password to the hackers, which they can very easily access to our machine. And always remember one thing: when you are connected to a internet, when you're connected to internet, that means we are all on a single platform under someone's direction, like actors on a universe. Means somebody is monitoring you. You don't think that I'm secured always. Even you use an proper antivirus and whatever you do, all these points, whatever, however you do, but you are always being monitored. So you should be very careful about your data. Never put any personal data in your hardware. It's a very dangerous. Nowadays we can see on the social media lot of personal information are getting shared everywhere. So we should be very careful. We're all getting monitored by someone. And even the thing is that hacking, you may think hackers are somewhere something like, but there are two types of hacking techniques: internal and external. Okay, if you see that internal hacking is very easy. Even I used to do internal hacking when I was in previous company. Means I have to do as a networking engineer. I know I should know whatever the data is in the systems, why they are putting, and I used to want them very smoothly. If you use this, if you put this content, you are doing a great harm to my network. Please remove. Then I used to say very smoothly, and they used to do that. But external hacking is little tough. But whatever the points I have covered so far, if you are not doing that, then you are giving a route to the external hacking also. So please be very careful about your information. And if you do all these things, you no need to run for the cyber security at all. Just control the modern pollution. Then we will be set free. Okay. That's all from my side. Any queries?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well,
Actually, we could not hear you properly. There was a lot of network problem, and I guess the listener could not gain you what you were trying to say actually. So this is the thing. Thank you, sir. Anyway, now we will go for a questioner session. So I call upon teachers to take up the questioner session.
Now we are proceeding to the question and answer session. I request Ma'am Daisy to take up the session.
Thank you. Once again, I would like to thank sir for your valuable presentation. Dear students, if you have any questions, you can ask directly to sir. Mute yourself and you can ask directly to your sir. Dear students, am I audible to you? Yeah.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Hello. Hello.
Jayaprakash, you can type in the chat box.
Okay.
Yeah, good morning, Joy. Tell me. I can hear you.
Sir, regarding the hacking, while we use the free Wi-Fi, then how they hack our personal details by taking our just Wi-Fi connection? Means they use some software, or how it is possible, because we are not aware about these things. So want to know.
Yes. The thing is that in public Wi-Fi, I want to know what type of content you are accessing. Can you hear me, Prakash?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I'm asking you what type of content you want to access through the public Wi-Fi.
Sir, like a personal account, like what account they are holding, or something like accessing their storage. How is it possible? Like.
Okay, let me tell you one example. Recently, the Flipkart, Big Basket, everything data was shared. I mean, data was actually leaked by the hackers. I mean, the personal information is already being leaked. So nowhere Joy Prakash, some personal information could be already in the even myself also, even regarding Srikanth also. Some regarding my information is also in the public now. So the thing is that there is a one special tools to hack actually. Why I'm telling this thing is The public Wi-Fi is very open source. It's like you're standing in some street, open street. So you are a free target to the hackers, to the special tools. There are hundreds of tools to hack your device, because public Wi-Fi doesn't provide any security layer. Anybody can access. That is their motto.
Okay. Yes, Kevin, you want to ask something?
Yes, I have sent a message. Can you read? I have sent my question. Srikant, I have sent you
Yes.
the chat box.
Yes, sir. I'm going through. Just a
One
moment.
question from Father here.
Sir, let me confirm again one thing which I already covered recently. When your device or mobile which is not connected to internet, then it is safe. Once we are connected to internet, in the sense your phone or your device is connecting to a hundreds of servers in the background, so your data can be only secured by using the proper license and antivirus. And the important thing is never put any temp files, and you have to clear always every day the cache memory. You have to delete your browsing history and parallelly the cache memory also. The cache files are the main files which gives threat to the hardware. So if you're following these things, then your data is fine, safe, until unless someone internally leaks it, it will not get affected, sir. Next, any questions?
Hello, 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 sir. I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, sir. We know that when we are searching for something in Google or some other browsers, and we know that when we are searching for something, after some time we get suggestions regarding the related products. Right now, from the marketer's point of view, if the marketers are retrieving such information from us, then can we say that they are against our privacy or against cybersecurity? From the marketer's point of view, if I am a marketer, then
you can't. Yeah, yeah, I got your exact question. See, the thing is that you can't question them, because whenever you use their app or whenever you're accessing their website, the first question is they're asking you accept and continue, right? When you give accept and continue itself, they're allowing you to use their app or whatever website also. Even sometimes now, even the news websites also giving you, they're asking you accept our cookies. When the cookies are active, so they knows your browsing history. Based upon that, they're giving you multiple number of ads. Suppose you are looking in Flipkart about a shoe, some branded shoe offers and all, then next day, the today, or until unless you change that, you continuously get the ads on that. You can't change it because you already accepted to do the terms and conditions. That is not against the policy also. Even to day, WhatsApp is sending you always, we have updated our privacy terms and conditions, please accept, please accept. I never accept that. If you read that privacy policy, clearly mentioned, we access your storage, your data. I will never accept that. So we should be very careful. That's what, whenever we choose the apps, whenever we install a software, especially, there are even free add-ons marked actually. by default itself, they are marked. You should be very clearly you have to see, and you have to remove that check mark. Otherwise, parallelly, few more apps will get installed, which spoil our actual storage. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, any more question? Any more question?
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, one question.
Sir, actually, I have heard that if we don't off our data at the midnight, I mean, like some certain of the percentage of data has been drawn away by if we don't off our data at night in the midnight when we are using the phone internet. And in the morning when we see, we do not know, but then the data has been taken by maybe some applications. So can you tell regarding this? Actually, is it true that when we on our data and sleep off and wake up in 6 o'clock, so sometime our data has been taken by some applications?
A very good question, actually. See, this, you can't see thing. Turn it off. Thing was happening behind internet, especially the my phone. Nowadays, most popular is one pop-up. I agree. No. If you read that on condition, we will access what one has a what to do with my SMS, because OTP and whatever the message there, what this one is do get my access. Because the thing is that why I am saying this, if you turn it off, then most of the problems will get solved. And even one more thing, if you completely shut down your hardware, you can solve 100% your issues, and even the hardware also can function properly. And that's why you have to choose your app very, very wisely. If it is required, you give access to the spare. If it is not required, then never give access. You check for another parallel app or something else. Okay, it's clear.
Okay, sir.
Sir?
I have one question here. Yeah, tell me. What are the steps to set up a firewall to prevent hacking? Yeah, this is really a good idea. In most of the organizations, we use a firewall. Firewall is really a great thing. Like, it works like a wall. It is like a wall, like an interface to the world of internet and to our internal networking. When you set up a firewall, it will create an extra layer of security. So even there are hackers who can come through the firewall also. It is possible because of the internal people. There is an antivirus called K7. You can Google it, like it is named as K7, Keshavardhanan antivirus. There is a guy who has resigned and came out and leaked the organization's official data. So then the hackers are easily entered through the firewall itself. So we should be very careful even with the people in the organization, though you use a firewall. But using a firewall is 90% you are safe. That's not really a good idea actually to use a firewall. But very careful that you have to use the firewall as a front interface, not beyond the router. Okay.
Hello, sir. Hello.
One more question from Job Calcutta.
Yes, please.
what is phishing attack and how to protect ourselves for this type of hacks?
Yeah, I already covered this. See, some push messages and all will come some links or some attachment like documents and all they will share. Suddenly it will give like a push message. This comes because with the your cache memory. When you do not clear your cache memory, these type of attacks may occur. So please always remember to clear the browsing history and the cache memory too. Okay, the next question is Windows Defender alone capable of securing system rather than using a AV. One more thing I want to clear here. Never use two antivirus in a single machine. If you use it two antivirus in a single machine, the hardware will get corrupted. In the sense, antivirus itself a heavy software actually. So you can't put a heavy load on the single machine. So use only one AV so that you should disable Windows Defender. If you are using, if you are okay with your Windows Defender, then it is okay, fine. Then you have to check whether you are receiving daily updates. Today, hackers may release one program for hacking or some like. Hello. See, day by day, hackers will be get updated and they will release an virus program today. So by today, after reading that program, antivirus company will develop a antivirus program and they will update in the antivirus database. So we should get a daily updates from the antivirus also. So then you will be secured in that way. Any other questions?
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello.
Sir. Tell me.
Can our mobile be hacked? Hello.
Yes, it is 100% possible.
And how do we know that it is hacked?
It is 100%.
Your voice is not clear. Hello, sir.
You can.
Excuse me, your voice is breaking constantly.
One second. Hello, sir. Is that clear? Is that clear now? Audible?
Sir, yeah, you use your this mic near your mouth, then your voice is very clear. Hold the mic near your mouth.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay.
So my doubt was, can our mobile phone be hacked, and how do we know that our mobile phone has been hacked? That was my question.
Okay, sir. See, mobile is not a big deal, sir. Actually, when your laptops itself getting hacked, this is not a big deal. Actually, mobile also they can be hacked. But how we can know that is without using your mobile, sometimes your phone will heated, overheated. Sometimes if it is not in use, then you should be very cautious about that. Means some app is running behind that. To get away of that, the is to reset the file. That is only an option to get rid of that. Then you have to choose only apps whichever you're installing, and even you should aware of the people. Suppose children in the home, they will sometimes will allow some apps to access your storage, and they will put some video content, cartoon, something like. Even through that also, some unnecessary things may enter into your mobile phone. So you should be cautious about that, sir. Hello. Is there any other questions?
There is a question, sir, given by Lawrence Lynch. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, so there is a question. Sir, how data gets leaked while playing games? How data gets leaked while playing games? This is the question.
See that one thing you have to know, as I said, not all the apps will collect the data. The thing is that how you choose the app which you choose. Obviously, some gaming apps and all will access your storage definitely, because to put that DB in your storage folders, so they will access that compulsory, because they need a DB to be placed. So you have to be very choose wisely. If the app is running behind, then there is a problem with the app. You should be careful about that. You should turn off completely after you're playing. And it is not 100% that every app will do the same. Hope your question is cleared, Lawrence. Any more questions?
Yeah. Yes, clear, sir. Any more question?
There is one more question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is online
Michael,
payment?
hello, Michael. Hello, Michael. Michael, can you hear me?
Yes, Father.
Something you are putting on, and there is a lot of disturbance when you speak. Some that kind of noise. As soon as you start, you are putting on something, and that is disturbing all what you are speaking. Check on that. As soon as you start speaking, there is a humming noise.
Yes, sir. Sir, one more question. Is online payment apps are safe, like Google Pay, Paytm, phone app, etc.?
See here, choosing these apps is like you can't basically, suppose if you do any IRCTC ticket and all, nowadays it is very tough for us to stand in the queue at near to the railway station, that too in the morning itself. So obviously there is no option, we have to depend on these apps. Whenever we do a digital payment, this is 100% we depend upon these things. And there is a thing that this is really a genuine apps, really Google Pay, Paytm, Phone Pay, whatever they're doing a service, really a hats off, because the digital payments is really helping us, means clearing our burden to pay in cash. Okay, and these apps are very safe, means because of these Google Pay and these because of these things itself, now we are very free. We are not going out for everything, for standing in queues for ATMs and all. So it's a common sense also, like that means we are depending, means we are happy with these apps, because whatever the service they are providing is 100% genuine, because even Google itself involved in this.
Okay. Any more question? So one more question. When we play games, why phone is not working properly?
That is based upon your hardware. See, suppose if your hardware is around RAM and all, suppose if you see it is around 2 GB or 4 GB, and you're playing a PUBG or whatever the heavy games, you check your hardware. Even in the laptop also, suppose if you put any live in the sense, if you want to do any live connections, you want to telecast a program which is live, then even the i5 processor i5 processor also will not support you. It will continuously get restarted because of the hardware. Then what we have to do, we have to go for the upgrade i7. Parallelly this is apply for you also.
So one more question. What about external hacks and how can we be safe?
External hacks, as I covered already, you have to change your password continuously. Never reuse the password, and even never use your passwords like your family person's names, like your pet names, your related means. Suppose myself Srikanth, regarding myself, there is a lot of data in the Facebook itself or in a WhatsApp itself. Means what are my interests? See, recently I visited Darjeeling, so I like Darjeeling. So there is a chance that hackers can guess that external hackers will do hacking through in this way. Recently, our Indian army has placed one jet fighter in the area in the state of Nagaland, some particular area. This information is very secret information, but this is known by Pakistan, China, and as well as America. How this is possible is one of the military person who is working there in that place has taken a selfie and posted in the Facebook. So now it is very easy for them to identify where this is. So we don't know, but we are giving the clues in such a manner. So we should be very clear about the data we post also and the passwords we use. Any more questions?
So one more question, is net banking is safe?
100% it is safe, but never access net banking through public Wi-Fi's. And also one more thing, never use this banking transactions and all, financial access and all, you never do in your in public places, like in the sense what you say that outside, if you go and use other machines apart from personal mobile, and until unless you should use this in your mobile or only in your laptop, that's all. Never use any other machines apart from this. This is not safe actually. Internet centers, that's what I mean to say. It is 100% safe if you follow this.
Okay, sir. Sir, regarding our email and the drive that we use, for storing some certificates. Is it accessible for the hackers if we keep protect with the password?
Prakash, please come again. There's a disturbance in the beginning. Come again.
Sir, regarding about our Gmail drive, that is drive where we keep some of us we keep some certificate and all, and then some things which is secret. But is it accessible to others until and unless they know our password, or they can break our password? Is it possible?
The thing is that certificates and all, people can't do anything because it is a scanned copy, right? It is a scanned copy, means the people whoever get access to that, they can't do anything until unless your personal photos, personal videos only, people might have a chance to play with you. And how they will get access is, if a known person can take your mobile and get access, but external hackers, there is a some 60% of chance they can't hack that, because that's not a big deal for them actually. But whenever there is some important data, better use a separate hard drive for that and put it in a separate which is not connected. Means you have to connect it whenever it is required, and after that you have to disconnect that. That is actually 100% safe.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So one more question. If we send some personal information in WhatsApp and in Messenger, is it leaked from external sources or does it has privacy?
Of course, Definitely does, because if you see if you just put it in Google and try, most of the celebs photos, personal life and all, everything is now in open now. That is just through FB and WhatsApp only. So you have to be very, very cautious, especially ladies, whatever the content they are sharing, you should be very cautious. As I said, it is not at all safe. Never share any personal information like this.
Okay,
Even
sir.
if you, I can see one more question. Opening account by others' name, how can you stop them? You can't stop these things because you have to take again help from the cybercrime police only.
Hello,
So you
Srikant.
can't
Hello.
stop them.
Hello. Hello,
Ha, sir.
Srikant.
Ha, sir.
Could you read the question that you were asking, because we don't know what is the question you are trying to answer. Please read the question loud to us also, to the participants.
Okay. Sir, if we send some personal information in WhatsApp and in Messenger, is it leaked from external sources or does it has privacy?
Yes, we heard the question. Yes.
Okay, it is not possible, sir. What I'm saying is in WhatsApp and Facebook, mainly that too in from iPhone. iPhone, if you see, it's a very safest phone. What I can say is, but even from the iPhone itself, the data itself getting hacked. Many celebrities' personal information was leaked from Facebook and WhatsApp also. Now we can see it in Google also. Even that is open. So we should be very careful in sharing some personal information in these apps also.
There was the second question you read. After this, there was another question you were trying to answer. That second question we did not hear.
Okay, sir. In Facebook, many are opening account by the other names. How we can stop them, and or how can we make them delete that account? These things and all we can't do. You can't stop others doing that, because that and all their own risk. They do it their own risk. If particularly if they are creating an account on your name, then you have to be very careful. Then you have to approach the cybercrime only, because through the cybercrime department only these things can be avoided. You can't do them, you can't do that, or you can't delete that account also. And next question, what happened to our data which is sold in market? Like recently Air India data are hacked. What hacker can do with our data? Okay, let me tell you a very good question. This is, excuse me. Recently, while I was waiting in a railway station in Visakhapatnam, after the office work, I was traveling to Chennai. Then suddenly a girl came to me and she's asking me for a SBI credit card. Actually, I'm looking for a SBI credit card, that too for IRCTC SBI card. I'm waiting for that one from past 2 years. So I said like, okay, I'm interested, but I will not give you any document. Can you able to do? I said, because I have submitted a lot of documents, but they rejected it. Then she said, sir, I can do it immediately through the digital documents and all. Then I said, okay, then go ahead. Then she collected information from me and she applied for a credit card, SBI. Then after 15 days or 20 days, finally I got a card. I'm very happy with that. Okay, matter is finished. Then after 1 month, I got a call from a girl stating that, sir, I am from SBA and this is my employee ID and I'm working in so and so. She called me. Okay, then I said, what do you want? Sir, I need few information to update our database, she said. Then I said like, okay, go ahead. I'm receiving a message that SBA will never call you and ask you for any personal information. Then why you are asking me? I said. Then she told me, sir, we have everything about you. We have your current address and you have your permanent address, which is in Andhra, and now you're staying in Chennai. This is your mobile number and this is your wife name. Everything she used to say. Then I thought like, okay, she may be from SBI. Then after the conversation is going established, then she started asking me about the bank, credit card CVV number and the OTP. Then I really caught her. If you are really calling from SBI, then you should have my card details and all, right. Then why you are asking, sir? This is my number. This is my employee ID. You can check it out, like that, she said. Then I understood, and then I complained to a State Bank of India nearby to me. That is a hacking call. See, if I share that OTP and that CVV, definitely they could have taken some great ransom from my card. How that is possible? Means the third party which is working between SBI and for credit card department, they will recruit some outsourcing people. What they will do is they will collect the data from you. They will take everything from you, including your photographs, everything. Then what they will do with your application is they will sell it for something else, some amount of money. This is what happening in the current situation. They will sell all these applications for some money, because even these people they don't want to keep that in bulk, no, because the space will get exhausted. So what they will do is simple, they'll sell that, even they'll get money for that. The people who purchase this, they will start doing these all businesses. So we should be very careful about even with your applications also. Thus our data is getting leaked even.
Okay.
I can see one. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, one more question, sir.
Sir, is AnyDesk secure if the application is downloaded, even if it is not used? AnyDesk is really a good application. Actually, I use thoroughly. It is a secured app actually, but the thing is that you have to be very cautious about the incoming connection. Suppose now Michael and me has some work to do through AnyDesk. Then it is between both of us. Then after the work, you have to close the application immediately, because if you put it open, some unknowing incoming connections will appear to accept. Continuously, there will be a pop-up to accept. These things also will happen. Until unless you accept, people can't hack your system. If you are allowed it, then they will enter. So you should be use it wisely. But AnyDesk is a very good app actually.
Okay. Look like Sir has answered all your significant questions, dear students. So I personally thank each participants for your active participation in the first session. So now question answer section is over. I would like to thank you, sir, for your valuable times, for your humans participate. That means for your valuable informations, active participation in this session. So once again, thank you, sir. So now we have 2-minute breaks. Yeah, we'll be back within 2 minutes. So stay tuned. Once again, thanks to all.
मैं तो पूरा भाग
Shall we start the next session, sister? Sister, am I audible to you?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Shall we start the second session, sister? Am I audible to you, sister?
Yeah, you are audible to me. Dheeraj is present.
Yeah, shall we start the second session? Yeah, sir is already present.
Thank you, thank you. Right.
Yeah. Of you to second session of dinner. Second session is on even to artificial intelligence. We have excellent and experienced personality for the session to Mr. Dhiraj Salil, AL developer at FS AI. So I request Ms. Pragya Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, to introduce and welcome our speaker, Mr. Dhiraj Salil, and hand over the session to sir. Pragya.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Daisy, for giving me the opportunity. So I take this opportunity to welcome such an eminent speaker, Sir Dheeraj Chalil, an artificial intelligence developer at Apps AI. So it's such a great privilege for me to introduce you, sir. So he is someone who is pursuing his degree course in computer science at Coaching University, and he has been practicing as an artificial intelligence developer, and presently he is working as an artificial intelligence developer at Apps AI. He has also done 2 certification courses from Udemy, an online learning platform. The courses which he has done are, first one, machine learning, and the second one is Microsoft Power Business Intelligence. So with this few words, without any further delay, I would like to invite you, sir. I would like to ask you to kindly take up the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are properly audible to all of us.
Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So I'll start by sharing my screen.
Yes, sir, sure.
Okay. Okay, is my screen visible to right now?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
sir, we can see your screen.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Dheeraj Chalil. I'm a third year BTech student at Coaching University, and my major I'm doing my major in computer science. So since I'm third year degree student, I would appreciate if you call me by my first name and not sir, because I'm just a student right now. So we'll begin my session. So I also have done 2 internships. So right now I'm working as an intern at my voice is clear.
Hello,
Right?
hello. Excuse me, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Could you hold your mic closer to your mouth because your words are not clear.
My headset. I can't have it.
If you have got English, because your voice is coming muffled.
Just a second.
Increase the volume.
Yeah. Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes. This is better.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm doing right now my internship at Apps AI. So they are basically a company that provides artificial intelligence services. So what is an artificial intelligence service? So first of all, you guys are familiar with, I hope you guys are familiar what an internet provider is. Like for example, you have a Wi-Fi connection at your home, or you have a mobile service at home. So similarly, there are companies in this world actually that needs assistance, not human assistance, but computer assistance. So such assistance is provided by companies like whatever I'm working right now. So we are called artificial intelligence service providers. So now what is artificial intelligence? So we'll go on to our slides. Okay. Yeah. Artificial intelligence is something that can process or that can predict things or outputs. Like, for example, we'll read this para. The term artificial intelligence refers to a human-like intelligence exhibited by computer, robot, or other machines. You guys may have seen many, let's say, Hollywood movies. There may be robot who think like us, walk like us, talk like us, right? So that is just one kind and very advanced kind of artificial intelligence. And such artificial intelligence is not yet achieved in this world right now. So there are other kinds of artificial intelligence also. Like, for example, let's say we have a weather forecast system. Like if you turn on to Google right now and if you check what will be the weather tomorrow, you will see that it is saying it will be misty or it will be raining tomorrow, light showers. So what Google did is used artificial intelligence in its software. It learned from the previous data what happened in the past, what was the pattern of happening things in the past. It analyzed it and then it predicted what will happen tomorrow. So that is a kind of artificial intelligence. Similarly, if you go on to some websites, you see sometimes, hello, how may I assist you? Or hello, do you need any help? What are you trying to find? All those kind of things. So you know that it is not human, but still it talks like human, it behaves like human. Sometimes you talk to Siri or Google Assistant. If you turn on Google Assistant and you talk to them like, hi, can you tell me a joke? It will tell you a joke. Can you sing me a song? It will sing you a song. So all those kind of things are artificial intelligence. They may not be at the highest peak of their intelligence. So when I say at highest peak of intelligence, I'm telling a brain that functions like us. No, it won't function like us. It is programmed to function something like us. So let's say learning from examples and experience. As you can see in this para, it says that learning from examples and experience, recognizing objects, understanding and responding to language, making decisions, solving problems, all this comes under artificial intelligence. There are programs that do this without artificial intelligence, but you can compare what is more accurate, what is more precise, and everything. Okay. So we'll go directly into applications of artificial intelligence in arts and literature. What are those? Okay. So these are 6 projects that I found in the internet that are very, very helpful or very, very helpful for people in arts or in the literature field to like analyze things. The first one is a virtual reality and social justice project. Okay, first of all these projects in Google, there is a section called Google Arts and Literature. So what happens is not everyone is from the background. Like for myself, I am from coding background. I am a computer science student myself. So I know coding. I can make an artificial intelligence by myself and I can implement it to the world. But not everyone can do that. So people who are not capable of or who are not such good at coding can actually help develop with whatever knowledge they have, and they can implement it in artificial intelligence, their artistic skills, their creative skills, their literature, English, or whatever language they are majors in, that skills. So let me give you an example. Like say I made an artificial intelligence that can talk like human being. Okay, but my English or my vocabulary, my total vocabulary in English is not that strong. Let's say let just forget English. Let's say some other language, French or Chinese, Mandarin, whatever language that I want to make my artificial intelligence in. My vocabulary is not that strong. So at such time, what I'll do is I will need an assistance from person who is actually studying that language, a person from the arts and literature field, right? So that I can train my model that can to understand maybe jokes, to sing a song, to give proper response to every question the user is asking, or maybe to understand sarcasm. If understanding sarcasm as achieved by an artificial intelligence is a very high quality artificial intelligence. So these 6 projects, as you can see, is something called virtual reality and social justice. So there are people who want to experience what if I was homeless, what if I was a poor person. Okay, so and so that kind of thing, if you cannot visualize it every day. So what happens is, I'm sorry, uh, I'm sorry, did anyone ask a question? I didn't.
No, sir, you can continue.
Okay, fine. So all these 6 projects has something to do with visualization. Like if I make I cannot draw pictures very nicely. I cannot create a drawing, good drawings and all. I need an artistic person's help. I need a creative person's help. All I can do is create an artificial intelligence. So all these 6 projects are available in Google Arts and Literature. I'll show these projects to you. So these are actually what, let's say, third project, if you see, that says computers as poets. Okay, when I say computers as poet, it is like by the name say it is very clear what it means. The computer writes a poet on his own. It uses all the kinds of figure of speech that is needed in a poem, or every other kinds of whatever there is need to be in a poem, all the comparison and everything and all. The computer implements by itself. You just give the words, you just give the topic, the caption and everything, and it will eventually create a great poem for you. And then there is a virtual reality is when you guys may be familiar with that Google glasses or other glasses too. Like if you wear it, you see all the different kind of things. That is virtual reality. Okay, like sitting in one reality and experiencing another kind of reality. So first project was that. So people who want to experience what it is to become homeless. It's a funny idea, but the idea is to make people realize how it is to feel different. And in the second, it says AR. What's an AR? AR is an augmented reality. So augmented reality is when you are sitting in the reality, but at the same time you can see things. Like if I'm wearing a special kind of glasses, and in front of me right now I can see my keyboard. But also if you are familiar with the Snapchat, that is an app, right? So in that Snapchat, there is a feature like you edit your animation size and you make it dance in front of your desk or on the book. That is a kind of augmented reality. So that is what happens in augmented reality. The reality behind you does not change, but the things you can add into like animated or reality stuff, that will change. So all these kind of things are and the sixth project actually is an art breeder. So art breeder was created by a very famous artist as well as an AI developer. So that project says that every color in the art has a different sound. So there is a blue color drawing, there is a yellow color drawing. So if you hover your mouse around that drawing, click it on a particular color, you will hear a different kind of rhythm. So that is what that project does. It shows that every project or every art has a different kind of music. So the basic idea is, for you to understand artificial intelligence, or the artificial intelligence to understand you, does not mean that people in the arts field or people who like to draw, who like to make music will lose their job. No, it goes hand in hand. Okay, and soon I'll be explaining to you guys like how people in the arts field can actually learn artificial intelligence, how to explain it all. This was just a basic idea of what you can do, what types of projects that are available right now in this world for arts and literature guys. So now we go to application of AI in commerce. In commercial field, okay, this is going to be a very common thing for you. In commercial field, as you can say, you have experienced a lot of already artificial intelligence, machine learning. It's both kind of same thing. So let's say personalized recommendations. If I search for thing in Flipkart, let's say I search for a skipping rope or a computer, let's say. After a few days, when I go into some other website, I'll see ad below for a computer. And the next time I go to the Flipkart, there will be the first result will be, well, like recommendation will be a computer. What happened? When you were searching for the computer, the machine, the software that has been implemented by that Amazon or whatever, the Amazon or Flipkart or whatever, it read you, it understood you, and it will recommend you always till you do it otherwise. Like unless and until you use some other, unless and until you search for any other kind of things, it will try to force that product on you. I mean, that is what basically used in commercial. Like not a human can always recommend to like billions of people every day. So that is why these types of models are made, so that advertisement can be given according to the person's need. And there is voice and virtual assistant. So voice and virtual assistants, you can have, you right now you are, if you're using an Android phone or a BlackBerry phone or whatever, or a iPhone, or a Windows phone, whatever you're using, you will be familiar with the Google Assistant. For iPhone, I think it is Siri, and then for Windows, it is Cortana. All this is voice and virtual assistants. Okay, so basically they provide assistance for whatever you need and whenever you need. So you just have to say it, you just have to express yourself that you want some kind of help, and it will show you. Or if it cannot show you, it will directly take you to the web page. Then yes, one more thing. As I said, since as I said in the beginning, you can predict weather, like what is going to. Similarly, you can you may be familiar with what a stock market is. Like there is NSE, and all, and right now there is a surging increase in cryptocurrencies. So how will I know what tomorrow's price is going to be? Of course, it's not going to be 100% true, because everything is a probability, right? So but there are there are 99% chance that your your artificial intelligence is correct, but there are still 1% chance that it will not be correct. It is never 100% sure. But you can use it in the stock market. Like for today, I bought a stock, and I want to know if I can sell it tomorrow in a profit. So what I'll do, I'll train my model for the all the previous data, what is closing and opening and everything, train it into my model, and then my model will predict whether there is this much probability, like 80% probability you will have a 20% profit, right? So all these kind of things are in commerce itself, and this kind of assistance is very helpful. Like all the you can say all the brokers or all the stock exchange brokers, most of the commercial people in field use artificial intelligence. They always need artificial intelligence for their assistance, because their data will be big. So and their customers will be in a great number, so not they can not give individual attention. So for this kind of uh, decreasing human effort, that is what the basic idea of artificial intelligence is. Okay, now we'll go to scope. If you want to change, right? If you are pursuing 100% arts, then suddenly you realize, since the world is going towards artificial intelligence, towards cyber world, you may want to, at some point, if you may want to change your or may want to merge your careers, if you're an art student, merge your careers with that of the cyber world, let's say artificial intelligence field, or a company that supports artificial intelligence, then there are certain things that you can actually check on. For example, there is advertising and public relation. Advertising, I already said, but in the artistic field, I would say advertising can be said in a creative way, like not recommending people, but creating highly efficient posters. Like if I said I want a poster for a headphones, so you may create something in your computer with whatever software you have. Okay, but at the same time, if my model creates it with 100% more attraction, towards the people who actually need it, and it creates public relations, right? A relationship with the customer. It is providing a great relationship with the customer, that product, and it is deciding who should see this advertisement, who should see this poster. So that kind of thing you can use it. Journalism, of course, uses the weather forecast was a part of journalism, and identifying faces, identifying criminals faces, face recognition, fingerprint recognition, all that comes under a journalism itself. And higher education administration is when you are in a higher post and you want to check on everything that is going below you. That's some kind of higher thing that you will not have to think when you are just a beginner. Writings and communications comes under the field of artificial intelligence in natural language processing. So since I said that if you are a language scholar and you want to like help in artificial intelligence, since if my English vocabulary is not that good, but I have a friend who is in arts and literature and he's very good in English and some other language, then I'll use his knowledge to train my artificial intelligence, and so that my artificial intelligence can give or write or communicate with the people in a very efficient manner. So instead of me training that, maybe if I train that, my artificial intelligence may not be that intelligent. But if my friend trains it with that his English knowledge or his any other language knowledge, maybe it will be efficient. And also, artificial intelligence can be multilingual. Okay. For commerce graduate students, I already said, since I think commerce students are more familiar with these graphs and learning analytics and everything, and they have strong, as I said, they have strong quantitative skills and a solid understanding of statistics. The basic point of this artificial intelligence is mathematics. So if you don't understand, if you are in the commerce field and you have to come to the artificial intelligence field, then you have to know about probability, statistics, 3D drawings, graphs, and everything. Most importantly, statistics and probability. Yeah, because since, as I said, this stock prediction. So the model is not going to talk to you about what it will be tomorrow. No, the model is going to show you a graph. You have to understand by looking at the graph what tomorrow's value will be. So that is what it is all about, right? And while I'm talking about probability, sometimes there will not be a graph. Sometimes there will be probability that would say there is 80% chance that this stock is going to increase. There is an 80% chance that your business is going to go on a loss. 90% chance that the person who searched for bread will also buy milk. So for at that time, you can suggest the milk to the person who also bought bread. So all this kind of thing, the artificial intelligence is not going to straight up talk to you. You have to understand, you have to analyze, you have to statistically understand everything what the AI is trying to tell you. So yeah. So okay, if you as a commerce graduate, if you want to change your careers to AI, first of all, you need to have an understanding of what coding is, because coding is necessary. Okay, today's world is moving towards, as I said, it is moving towards cyber. It's a cyber world. Most of the things are virtual now. So if you want to work in an artificial intelligence or an IT sector, you have to have a basic idea of coding. Let that be Python, let that be C++, C, Java, whatever you are learning. You have to understand what is happening. You have to then you have to learn about artificial intelligence, how to implement it, how to learn it. I'm not going to teach you what artificial intelligence, how can you make an AI. No, I can't teach you that in an hour. Okay, it takes days. So all I can tell you is there are hundreds and thousands of resources available, not paid. Everything is in the internet is available for free. So you have to search for it. You will always get something that is very relevant to yourself for artificial intelligence learning and everything else. And eventually you will realize that it is not that hard. And you don't have to go deeper into artificial intelligence, making algorithms for it. No, just have to understand how to implement it, or maybe how to read it. Okay, not every person in the commerce field know coding. No, they can't do, they can't, if there is some issues with the computer, they might not be knowing what to do. But they always know how to read an artificial intelligence. They always know how to read the graphs, how to read the statistics, probabilities, and everything. So that kind of stuff is a very important part, if you are from commerce part, and then you have to go to AI. For art student also, if you again I'll say, for art students also, if you want to come to this field, you have to learn about coding, how the basic coding algorithm, the environment works. You may have to do a course. Okay, I'll tell you this is not going to be easy if you want to come to AI. Okay, this is going to be very hard, since I'm assuming you guys right now don't have a background in coding, advanced coding, competitive coding. So if you don't have that, this is going to be hard, but this is going to be valuable if you start learning now. I think you can start learning now. It won't take more than 4 to 5 months to make an artificial intelligence very clearly and understand each and every concept of it. It is going to benefit you. And of course, maths is important. Maths, a little bit maths is important, of course, for art student also, because everything stands on mathematics and artificial intelligence. Okay, and okay. So my slides are over. So this was kind of a short session. I'll right now I'll show you what actually my project is. Okay. So you don't have to check whether what this is and all. You don't have to read the code. Don't try to understand it. It's going to be very overwhelming for you. But right now I'll see. So this was my project. This was one of the first projects I made. So what this does is, uh, if you give an input of your lungs X-ray, okay. So if you give an input of your lungs X-ray, this computer model that I have made will read it. That is, this is my photo if that I'm going to give an input. Okay, consider this is the lungs photo that I'm going to give as an input. So as you can see, you cannot unless you are a MBBS or a whatever medical student, you cannot identify whether this person is having COVID, viral pneumonia, or if it's a normal lungs. No, you cannot understand it. So I made this project. This project helps you in understanding what kind of issue that is, what kind of issue that lungs is having. Okay, so this is an example of an artificial intelligence. So, okay, I'll tell you this. This is actually X-ray of the person of lungs having viral pneumonia. So if I predict this, my model says that chances of viral pneumonia is the highest. Okay. So my model predicted that this photo, this image, whoever this belongs to, has a very high chance of having affected by viral pneumonia. So this is an artificial intelligence and its application in the field of medicine. Okay. So, okay, I'll show you this Google's arts and culture page. So this is the Google arts and culture page. So this thing you are seeing right now is a blog. What's a blog? Not everyone can create music. Not everyone can understand music and everything. So this was made by a very famous musician and AI developer. It's an AI model. So you just have to click on it. You can just what do you say, get a verse, get a tune, like understand what is happening. You don't have to know music, you can just understand. So similarly, there are many other projects you can see there. This has nothing to do with me, because I don't know art. Okay, I can't understand what music is. I don't know music. All I can do is I can make a model. So for all these kind of things, they need art people from arts major and whatever laureates or anything, that kind of stuff. So this is something you can actually use, and this is all I wanted to show you. And I'm very sure that you guys may be having doubts, since all this information is going to be a little bit overwhelming for you guys. So yeah, so I think I'll stop sharing the screen, or I'll just keep it. We can start with the doubt session if you guys have any doubt session. Okay, I'll just stop it. Yeah. if you guys want to ask any doubt about anything related to this, you can we can just start discussing now. Yes. Hello. Are there any questions? Okay, was my voice audible to you guys this whole time? I hope it was audible.
Yes, it was very audible after you removed your headphone. When you're using headphone, it was muffled a bit, but after that it became very clear.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, so that was all my slides about. I did not touch any kind of programming concepts because I didn't want to confuse everything together. I just wanted to give you an introduction what artificial intelligence is. It's not always something you see. It's not something you see in movies. It's something different. It's a different world out here. So yeah, if you guys have any doubt regarding AI, machine learning, data science, you can just ask me now.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, yes, sir.
Do you require any basic academic background to be entering into AI? The way you were talking that those from arts, those from commerce, those from science, anyone could take it up and adopt this as his career choice. But is there, like for medicine, we have got our science and then BSc and we go on to science. For accounting, we have the commerce and then we go on to accounting. Likewise, is there in lower stages, is there any required academic qualification needed?
No, sir. None of the jobs in the computer science field, none of the jobs, when I say like you can apply to any of the IT companies, not regarding artificial intelligence or machine learning, any job, let it be a software engineer, let it be an Android developer, let it be a hacking, ethical hacking part, let you be a cyber security, none of the job require your certificate. You just need a great amount of knowledge in that field. If you do not have a certificate, you will need a great amount of knowledge in that field, and you will need to showcase your projects during the job interview. And every IT sector, if you are going for a job, you will always have a test, interview test. So at that time they will be checking your what type of language, I mean what type of coding language, how much expertise do you have. You never I have a friend who is not from this background. He was actually a dropout from college, but right now he's doing his internship in Microsoft. So he does not have a degree. He all he has is projects that he had made by himself. So degrees do not, you don't need a degree to be in an IT field or have to be in a virtual world. You just need the kind of knowledge and experience of the coding or whatever your field you're going in. And most importantly, the projects you make yourself. For example, this project that I showed you, the lungs one, was my project. So like that, you need many projects, like 10 to 15 projects you have to showcase, and you have to tell them, you have to explain them what it is. And someone who asked
since one more follow-up, since most of our audience participants are our students, could you tell us something of your personal life? How did you get interested? Who motivated you? How you entered into this artificial intelligence? Something of yours, so that our students can also know, to be inspired by your life story.
Yes, sure, sir. So initially, actually, I was born and brought up in Mumbai. So, but the thing is, I applied for JE Advanced, JE everything. I did not get it. Not only I did not get it, I actually got into one of the lowest NITs. I think this of course during after my 12th. So I wanted to be a computer science person. Okay, so I was in science. I wanted to be a computer science person. So no matter if you are getting into an NIT or a very big college or a very small college, no matter what type of college you are getting, college will, I think, for me, for what my college will give you a direction or a place for you to study, but you are the person who decide what to study. Like whatever I'm doing right now, whatever internship, whatever on the knowledge basis doing I'm right now, will be taught to me in the next year, that is in the fourth year. My final year thing portion I have studied in my second year, and I got the internship in my third year. So it does not matter that if you are taught it, if the teachers are teaching you, if you want to learn it, you can actually find everything on Google and you can actually learn it. Okay, so someone asked me, was that related to image processing? Yes, it was related to image processing. And this image processing thing is not that you learn in your first year, second year, third year. No, when you are, even if you are studying a computer science full-time course. So there is something you later on, like for fourth year, final year project, the teachers discusses with you, the mentor, your project mentor discuss these things with you. But I decided that no, I wanted to enter artificial intelligence field. I liked coding, I liked creating algorithms, I liked making algorithms. I decided that I'll do this artificial intelligence thing. I'll do projects for the people. I'll make projects that can have, I mean, give myself a status in the society. So this thing I learned by myself. I enrolled into some courses also, so that I could get a proper guidance. Guidance is always necessary. So all these kind of things happen. So eventually I don't know, maybe luck or maybe my experience or whatever, I got as an internship, one into a Sparks Foundation, that is a Singapore based company, and the other one is Apes AI, which, as I said, is a startup in Kerala. So yes, that's it. So if you want to learn something, you can actually find everything in it. You just have to know yourself that what you want to learn. Like if I want to, let's say, if I want to become a good painter or an artist, you just don't keep drawing yourself. You learn about art. Maybe in college you have internet with you guys too, right? So you can search everything. I was introduced to this session like in random internet basis only. I just went on through ads, like I was scrolling to Instagram, and suddenly I saw picture of a robot, and there was an advertisement, do you want to make a robot for yourself who can think, have the capability to think, who can talk like that. I was excited to learn about that, right? Since I'm already from the computer science background. So I clicked on it. I first clicked on it. I did not understand anything. What was all these lines of code? No, I could not read it. I'm a first year student. I do not have that much kind of knowledge. So what I did is, I started. I mean, from where can I start? That's why I said. So if you are starting, if you are a person who want to start for AI and all, you have to learn coding. And I would recommend you to learn C++ first if you are going to this C++ first, since it's a very basic, called the mother of languages and all. So, or maybe Python and any language is fine. You just have to have an understanding. You don't learn a language in 1 or 2 days. I'll tell you this. It is going to be a very hard journey if you want to not only the artificial intelligence, I'm saying any field you're learning, it is not going to be easy or a one-day process. For me, it took me 7 months alone, 7 months alone for a single project. To make that, whatever you saw right now, that lung project, it took me 7 months to make that project. But right now, if you give me a project similar to make that, I can make it in 2 days. So that is what I'm saying. Practice is everything. Okay, you enroll into a course, you complete that course, you get a certificate. That does not mean you know it. For you to know it, you have to apply it in your projects. You have to apply it in your personal life. I right now, when I was initially studying data science and artificial intelligence, many people asked me, what will you do? I mean, switch to Hindi, like to be like, ये पढ़ के क्या करेगा भाई, ये तो कहाँ जिंदगी में apply करेगा? So I said that no, it's not that way, भाई. I will learn this thing. I will do a job that has it on an application level. I won't do engineering and sit in a bank and work like that. No, I will apply what I have learned. So that's the basic concept. So that's all. Yeah. after we put codes to make algorithm, is there any risk that we might lose control after some point? Okay, that does not happen. That is completely a Hollywood movie thing. Okay, it won't lose control, it won't affect humanity, nothing such is going to happen. If let me be frank with you, if something you face like that, just turn off your computer and everything is going to be fine. Nothing is going to, the most that can happen is your computer will get overloaded. That happens a lot of time, because the whatever you're making is a brain, a very, very small part of your human brain. Okay, so not all computers have that capability to process this. So many of my projects, what happened is my RAM got heated up, my PC become forced shut down, all those kinds of things happen. It won't lose control as such, whatever from your thinking. What is the best language for image processing? There is no best language for image processing. Every language can do image processing if you have the knowledge and algorithm. You should have the algorithm knowledge on how to apply it. Okay, I can make it on a C++. Maybe you cannot do it in a C++. Maybe you can do it in a Python. I may not be able to do Python. Whatever you saw right now was in Python, of course. So yeah, anything else you guys want to ask about AI?
Sir, so one question: how AI can help students?
I'm sorry,
How can
I
it
did not
help
get you
students?
clearly. Yeah, can you ma'am just type in the chat? Huh. Okay, so first question was, can you suggest career prospects in this field? Okay, that's what I was saying. If you want a career in AI, you have to know coding. You have to understand the basics. You have to understand how these things work, how the AI is impactful to the real world. Okay, so career prospects, I would say, like if you're not from a science field, if you're from a commerce field, you can do is maybe many companies need commerce graduates, like let's say Flipkart and Amazon need commerce graduates for data science and pre-processing. Yes, because not all AI developers or ML developers or people who are from science field are good with statistics and probabilities. But even I don't know much about the commerce field, but I'm very sure that people from the commerce are really good with statistics and checking graphs and managing big data and everything. So it is a kind of upper hand for you guys. And if you're from the arts field, as I said again, no matter whatever field you are in, if you have if it will be good for you, it will be easier for you if you learn one language and some basic algorithms. Okay, not it's kind of become a necessity in today's generation. You like it's basically like learning the English language. Okay, initially, like if you go to the olden days, English language, not everyone was capable of learning or teaching. That was just a language, a second language maybe, but now it has become a first language in most of the colleges and universities, because at that time the world was moving towards that direction. So if I'm talking about right now, the world is moving toward a more virtual and cyber field, right? So you have to learn for a better future. I think it is good for you, it is a upper hand for you if you learn some kind of language. I mean the my programming languages, yeah, C++, Python, Java, whatever you want to learn, just learn it, understand it, it will be good for you. No matter what field you are in, no matter what field you have to enter, this will always be beneficial for you. How AI can help students? AI can help students. Okay, my university takes Google Gmeet, that is a Meet classroom, Meet sessions and all. So there is this AI we developed as a project that even only if you turn on the cameras, it will read your face. It will read your face structure and it will mark your attendance. So if that person is not you, you will not get attendance. Okay. So I don't think that is helpful for students. That may be helpful for teachers, but yeah, similarly, there was this project in which, yeah, there are many YouTube videos where no, okay, I'll go to that question. There are many YouTube videos where you can actually find a teacher writing on the board and students taking on the notes and all. So what happens is, what if the person who is watching right now does not have a book or a pen? So few of my friends developed a software. It is again an artificial intelligence kind of situation there. Uh, it actually records your screen, and whatever the teacher is writing, it will be saved as a text document in your computer. So that kind of software will be helpful for your for the students, right? Yeah, so of course that kind of thing is very helpful for students. And another project was that if there is an exam hall in this COVID kind of situation, if there is a camera on top of the classroom and the students are scattered and sitting maybe at a 1 hand distance or a 1 meter distance from all, the camera identifies that if the person is getting any closer to the other person, like the maintaining the COVID regulations basically. So the teacher does not have to be in the classroom for that. The camera will by default detect it, and if there is any violation of the rules, the camera will make the sensor go off, and the teacher will come to know that there is some kind of violation in that classroom, and at that time they can enter the classroom and check it. So is there any recognized app or program to learn coding? Yes, there is YouTube. YouTube is free. YouTube has everything you need to learn coding. You don't, if someone tells you that pay 2000 rupees for a Python course, no, don't go there. If someone tells you pay 500 rupees, maybe 10 rupees for a Python course or maybe any of the coding course, no, don't take it. You will get everything for free in YouTube, or maybe throughout the internet. You will get everything for free. If you there are different kinds of people who want to learn coding through let's say watching videos. Like everyone has a different kind of memory. Some understand by watching videos, some understand by reading books, some understand by doing that themselves. Whatever type of learner you are, you will always you can always find all those resources in Google, I mean the PDFs and notes and all. And if you are a video person, you will always get in YouTube. And recognized program, yes, that was the program. How AI helps with web searches. If I search for a potato today on the Google, tomorrow Google will recommend me potato. So that is a kind of AI helps with web searches. And that is also actually kind of data breach. The Srikant sir that was talking before me, he said that our data is collected, right? So it is necessary for people to protect their data, but it is also necessary for you, I mean the customer, to share their data to make their lives easier. These are the kind of data, most of the time these are the kind of data that are stored. Okay, not like your credit card number, nothing like that, but your web searches, your history and everything, that is stored. Because that helps you with recommendation. If I am a person who watches horror movies a lot, Google will always recommend me horror movies. It won't recommend me romantic movies or science fiction movies or anything. It will always recommend me horror movies, because that is what my interest is, and that is what Google learned about myself. So that's how it works. What jobs will be replaced by AI? Okay, AI will surely replace.
Hello, Dheeraj.
Yes, sir.
One procedure. While you go over to the next question, you please tell that you are going to read the next question and answer, because just now you are just flowing like from one question to the next question. So once you finished and replying to one question, then you read the question again, so that our students are able to know that you are going to the next question and you are answering the next question. Because as you read, you are just going from one question to the another question, but some may not get the connection that it is going over to the next question.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Well, by the way, I'm the vice principal speaking.
Yes, sir. I know. I'll search for you, sir.
Yeah. So that will make it easier for the students to be more beneficial for them, that you are answering the next question also, so that it becomes more beneficial. That is my concern. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So the next question is, what jobs will be replaced by AI? So, okay, this is a major factor that affects most of the people. When there was a growing age where people realized that if there are many computers, we will lose jobs. Yes, they have lost jobs. I'm not saying no. But the thing is, let's understand there are two persons. Okay, one who has a knowledge of what artificial intelligence is, good with computers, also know to make cars. There is a second person who knows how to make cars, but has a very one has a very good knowledge of computers. One do not have a very good knowledge of computers and AI. Both knows to make cars. In today's age, if I want to make car, if I'm starting a new car company, car manufacturing company, which of this person will I hire? Obviously, the person who has some knowledge on AI, or maybe a computer, who is good with tech. Although their expertise in the car field, like the car repairing, the car structure and all, is the same. But what I need right now is a person who has an expertise. So that's what I was saying. Nothing will be replaced. It's just your understanding that you have to change about this concept of AI, that you have to widen about it, widen the mind about it, that you have to learn more things. It's not going to be what it has to be. It's been in the past. Even if you're working in an ice cream factory, even if you're both good chefs, one person does not know to make use of this robotic hands, or other one used to know, know really well to use the robotic hands. Both are really good chefs. Maybe the other person who does not know is a much better chef, but he's useless to me because he can't make use of the stuff or the tools that are available in my computer, available in my company, right? So that is things. So nothing will be get replaced. And if only I could say that fields, this AI and data science sector, the job openings are very, very high. Whatever the tech field right now, or whatever the tech fields or the IT companies, the job opportunities are very high. Only factor that matters is how much expertise do you have in that field, or how much experience you have with your projects and the working of those models and the coding part and everything. Yes. So hope I was clear with that question. So anything else? I don't see further questions here.
Hello, Dheeraj.
Yes, sir.
In some of the webinars we attend,
Yes.
we find that as the speaker, as you are speaking, what you are speaking is also written on the screen. What are they using? Are they using artificial intelligence? What you are speaking, we can see it being written on our laptop.
Oh, the caption generator, the
caption generator.
Subtitles, yes. So there are two kinds of things that happen. If you randomly open a YouTube video, sometimes you will see that CC option. If you click, you will get the subtitles, right? So there are two options. Some things are like, if I am making a video right now, but I don't have the time, I can use, right now, if my English, we speak Indian English, we do not speak American or British English, we speak Indian English, our slang is different. So the Google has made an AI that actually speaks Indian English. Okay, so whatever I say, that machine will understand. That is actually an application of artificial intelligence. So it will, at the same time, it will go on generating the captions, and it will go on giving subtitles. If I'm like, in fact, it is that so intelligent that if I'm surprised and if I give an expression like that kind of expression, it will give you an exclamation mark. So that is how intelligent that model is. There's something developed by, yes, it is an artificial intelligence, sir. The thing you said, the caption generator, the subtitle generator, yes. And also there are some pre-fed things also, like pre-recorded videos. There are people who write captions and all, but most of the time it is using of artificial intelligence, and that comes under the part called NLP, natural language processing part of the artificial intelligence. Yes,
so Dheeraj,
yes, sir.
I am glad that you are also a student,
yes, sir,
an intern,
yeah,
and presenting such wonderful presentation. Coming out from your experience, it is surely going to motivate our students.
Thank you, sir.
here in their college, we have arts and commerce, and some of the students are very, very inquisitive, and some of them are really good at many things. In fact, one year, one of the students hacked our own computer system of our administration.
Okay.
Such brilliant person he was.
Okay.
I have seen some of our students learning many things through this YouTube, as you suggested.
Okay.
I would like to ask you to give us some areas where our students right now they are at home, they are pursuing their online classes,
Yes.
where they can spend some of the time. Those who are interested, they can search, they can go into that area where it can be useful, because future is a virtual world.
Yes.
That's what I see. So could you suggest them some areas where they can spend their time more usefully?
Okay. So uh, I don't know if I mean the students have a background in coding. I imagine they have no background in coding. I'm assuming that the students don't have any background in coding. So first of all, I would say that there is
Yes, your assumption is correct. Go ahead.
okay. Okay, thank you, sir. So I would say that they start learning coding, programming languages. Okay, I'll write in the chat what these three languages is a backbone structure of most of the companies right now: C++, Python, and Java. Students who do not have any background can start with C++ or Python. Do not start with Java. Java is much more complicated. Planning to launch Python, is it fine? Yes. If you're planning to launch Python as a first language to your students, it is very nice. It is it is actually easier to understand. It is much more user friendly, and parts of Java, Python are actually made from C++ also, so that's fine. So Python, if you're launching Python, it's actually good, and Python is easier for students to understand, more readable to you. Like for example, I showed you code there, so there are some words that are actually understandable to the human. They are not basically machine. So please, I did not get that message. I mean, Lalita asked me a give. Okay. In chat, select to everyone. Okay. Sorry. I okay. I hope everyone can see the chat now. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So these are the things. Python is fine. Python can be the first language you learn. So once all things, you just have to understand that the Python, you don't have to. There are many things, many libraries, like hundreds and millions of libraries available in Python. You don't have to learn everything that is available in Python. How I learned coding is, uh, I understand. I just try to learn what actually the structure is, and then I saw different kinds of projects. And whenever I come to a point that, oh, okay, this line I do not understand this line, copy paste it, select it, go to Google, search it. You will get the result. You will 100% get the result. Learn that, only that. Don't dig deeper. Come back to the project, complete the project. Eventually, your knowledge with the project will also increase, and your knowledge with the Python language is also going to increase. Rather than sitting and learning millions of libraries, will happen this, what will happen that, it's useless. It's totally useless. You don't have to learn that way. You just have to understand the basic structure. What is the Python? For that, as the sir said, that we will be launching Python. I hope the Python with the structure is the basic uh, side structure of everything and all. So if that is happening, this, and if the students are really interested into it and they are really into it, they can actually widen their uh, language history. Like they can then start learning Java, then there is Ruby, C++. Right now I know like 8 to 9 languages, so since I'm in this field itself. So that's how it is. Which language will be the best for beginner to start? Okay, so this is the next question. Which language will be the best for a beginner to start? Yes, I said you can start with Python. You can start with C++. I won't recommend Java. Java is will be a little bit overwhelming. There are things much more complicated. It is much closer to the machine than it is closer to the human beings. But Python is very closer to the human beings than it is closer to the machines. So I recommend Python. And C++ I said because everything has a starting, right? Like A, B, C, D. C++ is kind of that. So that's why. So Python is best for beginners. Python, you can start learning your Python. Yeah. Any further questions? Sir?
I think we don't have any more questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't get you.
So we are not getting any question from anyone.
Okay. Okay. So that's all. Thank you so much for letting me speak. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we are proceeding to next session, concluding session. So our college is greatly thankful to all. I would like to thank our first resource person, Mr. Srikant, for his valuable time and his valuable presentation, interaction, and sharing precious knowledge. Yes, it is highly informative and relevant for us. Once again, we are grateful to him. So next, I would like to thank our second resource person, Mr. Dhiraj Salil, for his valuable time. We highly appreciated you for your valuable presentation, interaction, and innovative knowledge. We are grateful for illuminating our minds with knowledge, information, and innovative ideas. Once again, thank you, Mr. Dhiraj. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to our principal, Father Dr. Polika Khalko, who stimulated us to do best. I would like to all the faculty members of our college. I would like to thank all the participants for your active participation. Thanks to all the students. I would like to thank all the technical staff of our college for your immense support. Thanks to all. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the members of our group, Ma'am Mika Goswami, Sir Michael Khakha, Ma'am Pragya Singh, Sister Dr. Sheila Paul, IQAC coordinator, for your hard work and active cooperation. And thanks to Ma'am Pratasi Borua for her support in making the webinar a successful event. Thanks to all. Best wishes to all from Don Bosco College, Golaghat, Assam. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you one and all. With this, the webinar on future of cybersecurity in digital era and introduction to artificial intelligence has come to an end. God bless you. Thank you. Once again, thanks to all.